It feels like home, home, home. It feels like home, home, home. It feels like home.
Hey there, friends. I just wanted to get a quick video out to you about this dessert. It is one of the easiest things you will ever make, and it only requires 4 peaches, and they were on sale this week at the store for 99 cents a pound, so I grabbed a whole bunch. I'm also going to do some peach jam, but I wanted to show you how quick and easy you can get some dessert on. We're just going to throw some chicken on the barbecue, and I'm going to throw this together. The first thing that you need to do is get a stick of butter and put it into your pan. You can use a 9x13, or you can use this beautiful Pampered Chef pan that my beloved sister-in-law gave me. And you just throw that right in there. You go ahead and pop it in the oven while you're doing everything else. Hopefully that will start to melt your butter. And then you're gonna make your batter. So you need about 3/4 of a cup of milk and about 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and about half a teaspoon of salt, and a little bit of baking powder. Let me check the recipe. A tablespoon, actually, of baking powder, which is not a little bit, but a tablespoon of baking powder. And then a cup of flour. And you can start or end with the flour or whatever. It really doesn't matter. This is just like the easiest thing in the world. So you just mix this all together until it doesn't have any lumps. Oh, and I forgot, I like a little bit of vanilla in it too, because vanilla brings out the peach flavor so well and so nicely. Here we are at the end of summer, and we've started back to school. I'm sure you have if you have kids too. And we just got back from Georgia this last weekend. Georgia Peaches, go Peaches. And we are back in full swing of everything. I've been a little bit under the weather, but working through it and taking all kinds of good for me stuff. Lots of zinc and vitamin D and vitamin C. All right, that's good enough. It really just has to be something like that. Now I need to peel my peaches while I'm waiting still for the butter to be melted in the oven. I'm just gonna peel the peaches really quickly. And sometimes, depending on the variety of peach, you can just peel them right off without having to really peel them. Of course, as I say that, you're not gonna be able to do that on these. So I'll just leave these up over to the side over here, and we'll chop them up. And I do a lot of canning of peaches, and so some of them are clean free and some of them are not, but I find that the best technique for this, for me, is just using the pit itself as your cutting board. So I'm just kind of using this as a grab, something to grab all of the peels and everything, and then I'll show you how I do. Of course, you can boil the peaches ahead of time, and that really helps get the skins off easier, but I don't want to take the time to do that tonight, so I'm just getting the skins off as best as I can. And then, like I said, so I've got this peach here. I'm just going to take it and I go right in on itself, right in as if the pit is my cutting board. And I get all of my slices just like that. Ta-da! There you go. Just want to make sure I didn't get any little bits of the pit. And there's one. And you're going to need 4 sliced peaches for this recipe. So I'll just set that over to the side. These are really overly ripe, which is probably why they were on sale, but they will be perfect for a peach cobbler and also perfect for peach jam. And these are the yellow kind, but you can use the white kind of peaches. You could use apples with this. You could use, if I was going to use apples, I would probably pre-cook them though, because this doesn't really cook that long. You could use strawberries in this. It would be delicious, like a strawberry cobbler. What else? You could use blueberries, that would be delicious. All kinds of fruit seems like it would work really well with this. Raspberries, blackberries. What kind of berries do you have growing, or what kind of fruit do you have growing in your yard? I'd love to know. We're putting in more and more fruit trees. My husband's been grafting some little fig trees that were growing from our church, and he's just taken little pieces of it, and he's trying to get them to start new trees. So we'll see how that does. I'd love to get a little fruit orchard going on the top of our property. So that'll be hopefully in the next couple of years. You know, it takes forever for fruit trees to start to bear though. So we do have a couple that are bearing. And we do have a couple of peach trees, but nothing that's bearing yet. So my peaches are chopped, and now my butter is melted. If you wanted to be really fancy, you could leave the butter in a little longer and let it get browned, but again, I'm not taking any extra time tonight. I'm trying to get everything, all of the dinner pieces put together. So you're just gonna put your batter right over the top of this melted butter. Don't stir anything, just get that all in there. And oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I love the smell of cooked butter. And of course, who doesn't love peach cobbler? And then I'm just gonna take these peaches and go right over the top. These are big peaches. You could use probably even less peaches than this, but this is going to be tasty and delicious with a little bit of vanilla ice cream later. And I think it has come together in about 5 minutes, so it's really the easiest, quickest summer dessert I could think of. We're having Alabama white chicken tonight, which we had the other night and everybody loved. John's old roommate suggested it to me when we were down in Georgia celebrating his birthday, and I thought, well, that's worth a try. So we did it, and everybody loved it, so we're having it again. But I hope this peach recipe is one that you will give a try. If you guys have peaches on sale, or like I said, really any fruit would work with this. And then, oops, get in there. I'm just gonna sprinkle this a little bit with some ground cinnamon. I hardly use any cinnamon, as you can see. That's why I have this massive thing of cinnamon. Just sprinkle it with a little bit of cinnamon, which I love, but you don't have to use. And then some of these fancy crystal sugar sprinkles, just to make it extra yummy and good. And then put that back in till it's all golden brown. Voila. So dinner tonight is going to be some rice grits, which I had never heard of before, but they are quite delicious, and some Alabama white barbecue chicken, and some of this amazing salmon dip that Mary's boss made for us with some Stacy's pita chips, and the coup de grace, some beautiful peach cobbler. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are all having a great night, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.